Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know I haven't been around for a while. I haven't posted a video in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. There is a reason for that, which I will go into in a little bit later. I do have an update for you guys, but I have a really exciting video. I have a huge, and I mean huge haul, so I'm really sorry if this video is like super long, but I got a bunch of makeup products. Most of them were in the mail. Some of them I did go out and get, but most of them were in the mail because of my update that I have to tell you. So before I get into the haul, I wanted to share some of these symptoms that I was having, because if you're having these similar symptoms, I think it's very important that you go to your primary care doctor or to the ER if it's really bad, because if it's left untreated, it's very painful, and I'm sure in the long run it can be very damaging. So what happened was I was in the shower and I was shaving my legs, and as we all know, like, you know, you're bending over shaving your legs if you're not like sitting down. And when I stood up, I had the most massive amount of like burning, throbbing pain, like right in the center of the back of my head. And then it traveled down my neck and I had pain there, and everything got stiff, like so stiff that I couldn't move. I can't even really describe it into words, but I couldn't move at all, and my head was throbbing so bad. Like, it's not even comparable to a throbbing headache. It was like, it felt like it was going to explode. So I thought, well, maybe the shower's too hot. You know how sometimes you get lightheaded when you're in the shower because it's too hot? Well, this was not that type of feeling. It was not a lightheaded type of feeling. So I got out of the shower and I laid on my bed hoping that it would just pass, whatever that it was. Well, it didn't. I laid there for like 2 hours and I still couldn't really move. I still had the throbbing. And being the fool that I am, I hate anything medical, I hate hospitals, I hate needles, I hate pills. So I waited a full 24 hours until I eventually decided to go to the ER, because the next morning it was just unbearable. I could barely stand up. It was killing me to even eat. So I went to the ER, and by the time the doctor got to see me, she gave me a physical exam and felt all back here. And she says that my muscles were locked solid, and it was like this all in my traps and all the way down to my lower back. Apparently there's a muscle, I think it's pronounced trapezial, I might be wrong, don't hold me to that, but there's a muscle that travels from here all the way down to your lower back. And they were spasming, and it's called spasticity, and it's really like it's locked tight. And then every once in a while it'll spasm, and it really hurts. It feels like just a bunch of Charlie horses going down your back. Well, that was part of it, but it was somewhat misdiagnosed. I was having spasticity and my muscles were locked up, but I found out days later, actually a week later, when I finally decided to go to my doctor and describe that the pain still wasn't going away. I was prescribed muscle relaxers that still weren't doing anything, so I went to my primary care doctor and they sent me to get an MRI, and I actually have 3 discs in my neck that are protruding into my spinal cord. There are 6 discs in your neck, so 3 of mine down the lower part of my neck are protruding into my spinal cord, so they're pressing into my spinal cord, which in turn is pressing on nerves, which nerves are all over your body, so when it's pressing into the spinal cord and into these nerves, the pain is traveling down the path of the nerves, and that was radiating down into my lower back and down the back of my legs, and that's what was causing my muscles to hold up and spasm and cause all that pain. So I really have 3 herniated discs that are just protruding right into my spinal cord, and really the only cures for this are either the most extreme is surgery, which I wouldn't recommend, but there's also physical therapy and to go to a chiropractor. So hopefully, I'm still waiting to get an appointment for physical therapy, but I'm still in quite a bit of pain, but it's subsided some because of the medication I'm on, so that's why I haven't been on my channel in so long, so I do apologize for that. I do generally like to have up to 2 to 3 videos per week uploaded, and that's why there's been a void in my channel lately, is because of everything that's been going on medically with me. But in that meantime, right before then, I actually had ordered a bunch of makeup products, and recently, within the last couple days, I did order some, so I do have a huge haul. So without further ado, I'm sorry, here's all the products that I have. So first is a bunch of Anastasia eyeshadows. Here's the first palette. I have 2 palettes, but I'm going to show you this one first. I think it's better to get, instead of buying them individually for $12 a piece, it's better to get the 8 Well palette because you're paying $70. So for $70 for 8 shadows, it's really essentially $8.75 a shadow, which is a lot better than $12 a shadow. So I'll go through what shades I got. This one I kept as more of like my neutral palette. So this is called Bone. It's a matte white shadow. This is called Fawn. This is like a really warm light taupey brown. This is actually called Warm Taupe, so this is more along the lines of like a warm taupey color. Fawn's a lot warmer, like a caramely more of a shadow. This is definitely warm taupey, so this is called Warm Taupe. This is called Burnt Orange, and it literally does look like a burnt orange. So far all 4 of those shadows I've showed you are matte shadows. This one is more on the shimmery side, and this is called Fresh Peach. It's just like a really light peachy color with some shimmer in it. Not too much shimmer, but it's a really nice spring color. This definitely has a lot of shimmer in it, and this is called Rose. This is like a metallic-y brown type of shadow. I really love these type of shadows, so this is one of my favorites. This is called Chai. This also has shimmer in it, and this is kind of like a coppery, like penny type of shade. This is called Truffle, and this also has shimmer in it. This is a dark brown shade with quite a bit of shimmer. So here's the next palette of shadows that I got, and this is more of the non-neutrals, like the more exotic colors, so I put them in a separate palette. It's called Touch of Lilac, and this is definitely really shimmery. It's just got like the smallest hint of lilac, like that purpley lilac in it, and it's mostly like a white iridescent look. And this is called Frosted Lilac. This is definitely a lot more shimmery, and it definitely has a lot more lilac in it, so it's a lot more purpley, so it's like a purpley, like a very light purple lilac iridescent shadow. This is called China Rose. This is also another one of my favorites. This is almost like a dark salmon-y, peachy color. This also has a slight amount of shimmer in it, but this is also one of my favorites out of all the shadows that I got. This is called Pose. This is kind of like a dark gray with like a hint of brown in it, but this also has shimmer in it. This is called Smoke, and this is a matte shadow. I know I have like a lot of shimmery shadows. I love shimmer, but this is a matte shadow, and this is actually looks like smoke when you put it on your eyelid. I really love this. It's like a it's perfect for that smoky eye. It's got a hint of brown in it, but it's like a blackish brownish, more on the brown side. This is called Rich Velvet, and this is a very dark velvet shade. I wouldn't say it's more on like, I wouldn't say that it's a true velvet. It's like a dark velvet, and it does have quite a bit of shimmer in it. This is called Violet, and this does look like a true violet color. It's like a dark plummy purpley color. I love purples, especially with brown eyes. Purples are beautiful, so if you have brown eyes, this is a great shadow. This is called Iridescent Purple, and this is obviously an iridescent purple. It's a purpley shadow with shimmer in it, and it does have like that shimmer iridescent effect with that like white flecks of light. It goes perfect with the violet shade I just showed previously. So that's the 2 Anastasia palettes I got. That's 16 shadows in total. Then I got 4 liquid lipsticks. I don't like all of the shades. I don't think that I would like all of them on me. There is one more that I want, which is Pure Hollywood, which seems to be their biggest seller because it's like a perfect nude color. But this one is called Vintage, and I love this. I love dark vampy colors, and this is like a violet-y vampy color. I wore this in my Glam Purple Smoky Eye video. Love it. So if you want to see what it looks like on the lips, go look at that video. This is called Sad Girl, and this is like also a dark vampy red. It's a very dark, rich red, and it has the perfect amount of like shimmer in it. It's not an unattractive shimmer. I don't know how to describe it, but they did this absolutely beautifully. It's like, it's kind of like copper shimmer. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really, really pretty. This is called Lovely, and I would say that this is definitely pretty close to Pure Hollywood, except I think it's a little bit lighter. This is definitely a really great nude. Love this. This is one of my favorites. This last one is called Retro Coral. I didn't like the electric coral one because that one's just like a little too bright for me. So the Retro Coral is not as like boom in your face as the electric coral one. So Retro Coral is definitely a little bit more toned down in my opinion. I do like this a lot. It's very bright, it's bold, but not as bright as electric coral. So that's the 4 liquid lipsticks that I got. I love these liquid lipsticks in my opinion. I love matte lip colors. I like matte lipsticks. I see myself tending to go towards matte lipsticks more often. So I love these, and these seriously don't freaking move. I swear to God, it takes so long to take these off. If you end up putting it on, you're like, no, I don't want to wear that color, I want to wear a different one. It's so hard to get it off, even with a makeup remover wipe. So hard. And even after like eating and drinking, they're still there. It's amazing. If you want a long wearing liquid lipstick, these are the best ones, I'm telling you right now. The next thing in my haul is a bunch of the ColourPop Lippie Sticks. I debated getting these for the longest time, and I was like, why not? They're $5 a piece. Everyone's been talking about them on YouTube, so I might as well give them a try. So I got quite a bunch here. There is a few more that I want, but I'm going to wait to get them. So I'm going to start off with more of the nude colors and then get into the darker colors. This is called Button, and this is the nudest one that I got. I love nudes, so Button is a great nude color if you like more nude colors. This is called Cake, and this is also a nude, but it's a lot brighter. I think it has a little bit more pink in it, so it's not a true nude, but it definitely is like a summery, springy color. I love this. By the way, if you guys want swatches of these or of any of the eyeshadows or liquid lipsticks that I showed you earlier, just let me know and I'll do swatches. I just didn't want to make this video like a million hours long by swatching all of this stuff because it would take forever, so. This is called Bound, and this is like it's a darker nude, and it's kind of mauve-y with that salmon-y undertone. I love this one. This is called Lumière. I've been wearing this one quite often. This is definitely a darker nude, but it's a bold nude, so it's like a mauve-y pink, like definitely more mauve. I believe that Kathleen Lights, the YouTuber, makeup beauty blogger, made this one with ColourPop, and I absolutely love this one. I think I've been wearing this one the most out of all of them. It's a bold nude if you're not comfortable going too bold. It's like the perfect in between. So if you're gonna get any of them, I would get Lumière. This is called Cookie, and this is like a brownish shade. It kind of reminds me of MAC Blankety, but this is darker and it's not as shiny. I love this one. It's called Frida, and I feel like it's kind of like a combination of like Button and Frida, or I'm sorry, Button and Frida. Button and Lumière together. It's a darker mauve-y nude, but it's got a little bit of an undertone of brown in it. This next one is called Brunch, and this is a really bright color. It's really bold. It's springy and summery. It's more of like an orange-based lippy stick. This one is called Chi Chi, and this one definitely is bright and springy and summery like the other one. It's similar to Fetch, but I think it has a lot more orange in it and a little bit of a red undertone. This is called Fetch, and I think this is a really like pinky shade. It's very pink. It's a darker pink, so I think it's in between like baby pink and hot pink. It's like in between those two. This next one is called Coreset, and this is like a purpley shade, as you can tell. I like purpley darker shades. So this one I really like. The one that I wanted also was Brills. That one looks like a lighter purple, but I don't have that one, but this is like a darker purple shade. Kind of like a lilac lavender shade almost. This last one is the darkest one that I have. It's called Lady, and I love dark lipsticks. I haven't tried this one out yet, but I'm really excited to. Then I got 4 of the pencils, just because I don't have many lip liners, so I figured why not. These are $5 a piece too. I got the Lumière one to match that one. It's kind of similar to Whirl, so if you have MAC Whirl, then I would not bother buying this, but I love this one because it goes well with a lot of darker nudes. This is called Easy. I didn't get a lippy stick in this color, but I don't have a lip liner that's like a light salmony color, so I figured I could possibly use this with some of the lipsticks that I have because I don't have a lip liner that would match them. This is Fetch, and I did get a lippy stick called Fetch as well, so that will match that. And this is Brunch. I also got a lippy stick called Brunch too, so that matches that as well. Next from ColourPop, I know I got a lot of ColourPop items, but the eyeshadows, oh my god, to die for. So pigmented, and I love the metallic-y ones. I love metallic eyeshadows. These are to die for, and if you feel them, if you've ever felt like the Maybelline Bouncy Blush. These are really creamy, really wet, and they say to make sure that they're closed tightly so that they don't dry out because they're that really bouncy, like wettish type of foiled eyeshadows. The ones that I got, at least. They do have like matte shades as well, but most of the ones that I got weren't matte. I think the favorite one, my most favorite one, which I am wearing right now, is called Drift, and this is like just like a really dark, if I can open it, it's a really dark, shimmery, metallic-y maroon color. It reminds me almost of Makeup Geek Bitten or Burlesque, but metallic-y, obviously. I have this on the outer parts of my eyes today, the outer part and the inner corner. This next one is called Game Face, obviously metallic. This is like a penny coppery color, and I have this in the center of my eyelids today. I wanted to go for like a warm, fiery, smoky look today, so I have this in the center of my lids. This is like a perfect metallic coppery shade. This is called On the Rocks, and this is metallic as well. This is kind of like a golden brown color. This is called 3, and this is kind of like a grayish taupey shade with actually flecks, like undertoned flecks of blue and purple. It's really pretty. It's called Cricket, and this is another like grayish color with some shimmer in it. It's not as highly metallic as some of the first ones that I showed you, but it is somewhat metallic. It's also like a little bit like, it's like a grayish brownish shade. This is called Hustle, and this is like a dark maroonish red. This is a matte shadow. Their matte shadows are really well too, just as much as their metallic ones. All of them that I've experienced so far are very highly pigmented. This last shadow that I got here is also metallic. This is called Lace, and this is just like a beautiful dark violet-y purple. It also has some pink flecks in it, not too overbearing, but they're very subtle. So that's 22 items from ColourPop. So let's get into some of the other items. My next items are from Ulta. I actually went out for the first time yesterday in 2 weeks because I've been in so much pain. I finally felt quite a bit better to actually go out, so I went to Ulta and I got a few things there. These are just some random items. The first thing I got was the Benefit Agent Zero Shine. I've never tried this, but I wanted to try it because I'm very oily, especially my T-zone. I mean, who isn't? But my whole face is oily. So apparently you can put this on like right after you put on your foundation and throughout the day as it's getting oily. So I started using this today, so I want to see how this works out. So I'll let you guys know how well it works. The next thing, and I think the favorite thing, my most favorite thing that I got from Ulta was the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation. I do have this on today, and I will be doing a review on it. I just want to actually have it on for like a full day. Like I've said before in my previous videos, I know it's a good foundation if it lasts like a good 8-hour work day and it doesn't crease or it doesn't get too shiny on my face. This is a matte foundation, so if you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend it. If you have normal to oily skin or combination, then I would suggest this. I am liking it so far, but I will do a full review on it after I've had it on for like a full 8 hours. The next thing I got was the NYX Eyeshadow Pencil, the Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in the shade Milk. I see a lot of people use this as like a white base when they're doing like a white shadow or they want their color to pop a lot more. They put a white base. I used to use white eyeliner, like a kohl eyeliner, and that was kind of getting on my nerves. This is a lot creamier, so I figured why not get this. It was like $4.99. The next thing I got was Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I see Marlena use this a lot from Makeup Geek, and I've really been wanting to try it. I've been putting it in my T-zone just so that it's not too cakey anywhere else, but I put it on like right after I put on my foundation just to keep it matte there. I just used it for the first time today, so I'll see how that works out. So that's what that looks like. And I also got these little like beauty puff pads. I already had one in there, but it doesn't come with one. So if you don't have one, then you have to get some of these pads. That's why I got them while I was there. Next thing I got was some L'Oreal liquid liner. I wanted to try some new liquid liners. I love L'Oreal's liquid liners, so that's why I stuck with that. But I've been looking for a thinner tip, which this does have a very, very thin tip. And it's very highly pigmented. And when you put this on, so much comes out, so you have to be careful. I did use it today to do some of my wing. The next thing I got from Ulta was the NYX Super Skinny Marker Eyeliner Pencil, and it really is super skinny. Great for precision when you want to do a wing. The only thing I would say about this is I did use some of it today. I use a combination of different liners to do my wings and my upper liner. It's great to flick it out, but I don't think that enough comes out to fill in. But I think it's great for tracing. The next thing I got was a mitt. It's a so random, but it's a mitt for tanning mousse. I have Saint Tropez tanning mousse, and it was cheaper to buy like Ulta's tanning mitts. Mine are getting pretty dirty and pretty old, so I needed a new fresh mitt. Thing I got was Lena lashes in the style Naomi. I got another set. I know you've seen me use them in quite a bit of my makeup tutorials because they're my favorite lashes. One of my favorite styles ever. They complement my eyes so well, so I had to get another style. They do say that they last up to 24 uses, and my last style has been used quite a bit, so I had to get another. The next thing I got lash-wise was House of Lashes, their Style Iconic. I have them on today, and I really like them. I think that these are definitely in my top 3 favorites. I know that it's their most popular lash, so you can see that on me. They're really wispy. They thin out in the inner corner, which I like, and then they flare out on the outside, which is like some of my favorite styles. The next thing I got is called Beth Bender Beauty. That's the company. I got some stencils. You would think that I wouldn't really need them since I've been doing makeup for quite a while, but it actually was pretty cool. If you have a hard time doing a wing or doing a smoky eye, I would suggest this because I was surprised at the outcome, and it was really cheap. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe $15, and you get 2 stencils. You get the cat eye stencil, and you get the smoky eye stencil. So you put it just over your eye. I can't really put it over mine right now because I have false lashes, but you want to make sure that your lashes are sticking through, and you can trim it if you want, and you can angle it how you want and put it how far up or how far down you want it. But it actually is really great for doing a cat eye. I wouldn't suggest doing it with liquid liner. I would suggest putting it over and then patting eyeshadow, like a black eyeshadow, or if you want to do something different, like if you want to do a brown eyeshadow, do that, and then you can go over it with a liquid liner if you want. But there's been plenty of times where I've done a wing in shadow instead of liquid liner. It's like a different look. It's really cool. The smoky eye is rounded, so you put that over your eye like this. You can adjust that to however you want and trim it as well to fit your eye shape, and it gives you that perfect dome smoky eye, and you can go right up to it with your brush and go right over the plastic because it's obviously not going to go through the plastic, so it gives you the perfect smoky eye. I liked it since it gave you both stencils and you don't have to do them both separately, and it comes in this little bag, and it comes with this little card to show you how to use it and describe how to use it. I do use it every once in a while, like if I'm in a hurry and I don't feel like, I know I say hurry so weird, but it's where I'm from. Hurry. I don't know. But I really liked these stencils. I was surprised with the outcome. So if you have a hard time doing smoky eyes and wings, then I would suggest getting this. And they usually have discount codes too, I noticed, so you can probably get a discount as well. Next thing I got was a Makeup Geek Z palette. These eyeshadows are just MAC eyeshadows I've had. I just moved them out of another palette and put them separately. I like to keep brands separate in different Z palettes, but this is a Makeup Geek exclusive Z palette, and I really liked it. And I needed another Z palette, so I got this one. The last thing that I have here in my haul is the Dial a Smile kit, and it's the Dial a Smile Professional Home Teeth Whitening System Pen and Kit Combo. There's different ones. I think you can get some combos that come with 2 pens or 1 pen or without the pen. I can show you what's in here. I haven't used it yet. I have noticed that my teeth have started to yellow from drinking coffee so much, so I wanted to improve my teeth, and it's good for sensitive teeth, which I do have. So if you have sensitive teeth, then I would recommend getting the Dial a Smile. It comes with this little dial so you can tell which color you think that your teeth are, like what that they best match. It comes with the Super Booster Whitening Pen, which is right here. I haven't used it yet, so that's why it's still like kind of in its packaging. But this you're supposed to put on, they suggest before you go to bed and you sleep with it on, you just brush on a light coat on the front of your teeth, and for extra whitening you can put it on the back of your teeth as well, and you do this after you've done the whitening process. You're supposed to smile for a whole minute after you put on the gel, and then you can close your mouth. Clearly you want to have clean teeth. I would suggest brushing your teeth, flossing, and it also says to dry your teeth as well, so to take like a towel and dry them off from like the wetness from your saliva, and then put the pen on. This is the gel syringe right here, and then this is the dispensing tub. This is an applicator brush. And this is the mini handheld LED light, which once the gel is in there, then you hold the LED light into your mouth, and that's what activates the gel to whiten your teeth. It also comes with 3 teeth wipes and 3 vitamin E swabs. I think these, what's it say? Lip revitalizing balm. So I guess they've had instances where people's lips have gotten irritated from gel probably accidentally getting on your lips, so that's what this is for. It does come with some instructions and some extra tips. I always like to keep that because I tend to forget, so I keep it in the box. That's my entire haul. I know it's a lot of products, but this has been accumulated probably over the last, I don't know, month, maybe 3 weeks. I haven't gotten around to using any of it until the last week because I've been in so much pain lately, and I didn't get around to using it right away when I first got the stuff. So that's everything. So if you have any questions, just comment down below. Everything that I mentioned will be in the down bar down below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for a lot more videos coming from me. I will be making more videos as I can. I still am in some pain, but I am still trying to plan on doing 2 to 3 videos per week. My next makeup tutorial I think will be a neutral smoky eye. I think I already know what I have in mind. So that's what will be coming next, is a neutral smoky eye. So I hope you liked my haul, and thanks for watching. Thanks guys. Bye.